Want to know what does Shane do with that cue stick? They see some kind of tape on there. It's regular electrical tape. No special brands.
Just makes it thicker.
It's all right. It's not tennis grip tape. It's not bicycle grip tape. It's electrical tape.
You just boosted sales across the U.S.
There you
for
go.
electrical tape.
Billiard supply houses, stock it up. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we're on either. But we might as well keep talking in case the sound's off and the video's not.
4-ball. Do you shoot this ball? I mean, a lot of people have been playing safe when it's on an open shot. It feels like he's going to duck, and he did.
Mm-hmm. We couldn't bank it into the side pocket. I think the 9-ball might have blocked that.
Yeah.
And he only had half a pocket with the 8-ball there. And it looks like he got right. He may be able to see the left side of the ball. As he looks at it, he's calling it right back in his corner.
So he's kicking at it, or is he banking it?
I think he's banking it. If you can see the left side, he's banking it.
Yeah.
Because he's called it there.
It's traveling up there. It's trying. It's going to hang up. And
it looks like it clears the 5.
Looks like you can see it. Skylar gave the disappointing grin there.
Well, Shane needs this game to close the 2-game deficit.
Got a friendly little kiss with off the 8-ball, giving him a better shot to actually make this 5-ball. A second ago, he probably wouldn't have been shooting it.
A little bit less of an angle.
Yeah. Cue ball naturally going 2 rails right towards the 7-ball.
Very softly. Just passed, opposite corner.
And if he makes this, which he will make, can't imagine a situation where he doesn't make this ball. He's solved this rack. Snatched that.
Close the gap. He's down 2 games. Down within 1. I forgot who began breaking.
Shane did.
So then it will be Skylar's break.
Three to 2. Skylar to break. Skylar in the lead. These guys know each other so well, but they've been traveling around.
You know what's nice to see when you have two of the top pros playing against each other?
Yeah.
Is there's no apparent
Animosity.
animosity.
Right.
There's no stare downs. There's smiles to each other.
No
Look at some of these
stare
guys.
downs.
They stare each other down sometimes, and you don't get any of that. Not here. They probably actually like each other. Yeah.
Shark each other.
Well, there probably is some of that.
Go fishing together. That's all that. All these guys.
They do like to fish. Now, Shane does ice fishing, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yes, he does. Yeah. I wonder if he uses his old cue sticks to do that with.
All right.
Hangs a string off of it. Meanwhile, he's going to use his good cue stick to break these balls. That's not a full swing.
Not a full swing.
No.
Dead squat in the center and nothing in.
Nothing in.
Nothing in.
Hit him square. The cue ball reacted very, very nice. Came up, down, and stopped.
You can't get any
dead
closer to the center. It's right between the 2 side pockets and right in the center of between in the long rail.
It is that cue ball.
Right.
He squatted at dead center, and nothing touched it.
Well, there are a lot of things in the middle of the table, aren't there?
3-ball, the cue ball.
The 7-ball, the 4-ball. So paths are going to be pathways to and through the center of the table are going to be very, very challenging.
He's going to have a hard time getting on the stew ball, period.
All right.
Back and forth. He's going to go around it. He's going to play it in the side. That's a very creative and successful way to play that ball.
Because there's so many balls blocking it.
Yeah.
Go 3 rails around to get between the 4 and the 7. That was quite a shot.
First and foremost, he found a pocket that wasn't the 2, natural pockets in the corner.
Right.
And then he found a way to get there.
The 5 ball looks to be the key to this rack. Let's see how he gets there. Clearly a little bit tricky here. Well, Shane is just going to pop his 3 ball in. I think he's going to just settle for the 4 ball in the side pocket. The 5 ball is
the most challenging.
It's definitely the challenging shot there. Because the 6 ball sits in a spot that blocks a lot of pathways towards the 5. Shane's staring at it and not liking it at all. This is a tricky one. He may have to bank the 5 ball after the 4 ball. Skylar just sitting in the background, kind of waiting. Skylar has the lead, 3-2. And now Shane did just look at this bank on the 5. Yeah, so you can just punch that back 2-3 inches, bank in the 5, going 3 rails around for the 6 ball in the side pocket. He's got to get past the 10 ball, and he's got to make the 5.
I think he'll do both.
Well, this is what he had to settle for.
This lays pretty nice here. Looks like it's going to work. The English to get position helps the shot to go in the pocket.
It's the same English. And he did crash the 10.
He did clip off the 10 ball. But luckily, it was the right side of the 10 ball.
Yes, the 6 ball is hanging in the side pocket. And he should get out here then.
The soft shot. Notice how he backed his stroke. His backswing and then slowed down on the forward swing. Yeah.
That's tough to do.
Decelerate, yes it is. To do successfully is tough. Most of the time you drop your tip.
And repeatedly.
Yep. But he's done it so many times, he's got a system for it.
Right.
He knows that stroke. And he's going to know this one pretty well, too. He's going to come right over to where his elbow is.
Yeah. 1 rail across the center of the table. See it all the time in rotation. Rotation games. Depending on his angle here, he's either going to go around the 10 ball.
He's going to go around the 10. Yep. Here.
1-2. The way to play.
Not to. Textbook out.
Even
the kiss off the 10.
The kiss off the 10.
Even the kiss off the 10.
He knew that was the tough ball no matter what happened.
It was.
Right. Tied it up 3-3. Shane Van Boening to break. Shane is again sponsored by Q-Tech, but he's picked up a new sponsor, the USAPL. Welcome to the family.
And I believe Jack Murray's heading that up for CSI.
Excellent.
Jack Murray's a hometown boy from Tucson for me. A new acquaintance for many of you. Someone you'll get to meet when you're here in Las Vegas for the 41st annual BCAPL National Championships. They have a big old booth as you walk into the Rio Convention Center.
The big old booth.
Big old booth.
know, from the South Dakota kid.
Whack.
Unless you come to an event where Shane is breaking, some of you don't have no idea how hard and solid he hits these balls. I don't know if you know professional bowlers at all, George, but I remember watching the first professional bowler I got to see live. The ball seemed like it hit the pins harder.
The spin.
Yeah, well, I mean, just so cleanly how they hit the pocket. It's the same thing with Shane. He hits the ball so cleanly that it seems like it's just an explosion.
Well, you know, I believe that has to do with, first and foremost, coming through the cue ball. And then the contact on the cue ball. In other words, hitting the sweet spot of that one ball.
Right. You know, on the bounce, too, because the ball is bouncing in there.
Full cue jump, folks.
Oh, it looks like. Is that what he's doing?
It looks like it, or he's just looking at it. He's decided he wants this jump cue.
Jump cue. It's tough to reach. You could reach there with the dart method, but I don't see these guys doing dart method all that often.
Dart method is, from what I've seen, it's for the closer jumps, so when you're closer to the object ball.
Yeah, you can use the dart method pretty handily if you have to reach out like this.
Okay.
But it looks like Skylar will do this number where he leans in and do the sideways, which has become the popular and most common way to jump for these guys in the last really 5 years or so. Oh, wow. That was impressive. I hope that makes the highlight reel.
If it would have gone in, it would have made the highlight reel.
That's right.
If it doesn't go in, it's no highlight. They're laughing about it, both of them. This is what I mean about when you have two guys that know each other this well, they can have fun with shots like that. Where other guys, oh, you got lucky, or you know, they start kind of apologizing for shooting the shot or for the results.
Well, looks like Shane must be able to see this one ball cleanly.
Oh yeah, it looks like it's a hanger form.
Good,
and what's nice,
just a good use of bumping balls in that case.
Yeah, you put the 3 ball where you can open up the 4 ball.
So dry in here.
Now, there's somebody might be wearing something.
The 4 ball doesn't look like it actually goes.
That's why I thought he would use the 3 ball to open it up. I thought he might hit that 3 ball into it, but he's played position down on the bottom. So now there's, you know, he could bank the 3 ball into it.
Is he actually playing the 3 ball, or is he going to play the 6 ball?
He's going to play the 3 ball.
Oh, the 6 ball is way too far out there.
I think he plays the 3 ball into the 4-7, excuse me, and he banks it right in. Side pocket, 1 pocket. How's that?
Well, let's see what he does here, because it is again another tricky out if he gets there.
Be a beautiful out if he gets there. His angle on the 2 must not have allowed him to leave it up by the 3 ball.
All right.
To play it into it. So he's stuck with this attempt. This could have a double kiss. He's got to get the cue ball out of the way. Oh, no double kiss. I mean, he shot it straight into the pocket. I thought he was banking into the 4.
Oh, no. That's why I was asking if he's playing the 3 or the 6 ball.
No, that's why I said the 7. No, the 7, not the 7. I was confused on that shot. Freddie wasn't.
The 4-7 pair to the side pocket. You've got the best angle on this, George. It doesn't look like it goes, does it?
It looks like it hits the corner. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's outside the corner. It's below the pocket. And
it looked like he wanted to get into the 5 ball and play a carom, but obviously that's gone now.
And John Lehman is
taking a look at this.
A good look at it. That was clean. Nothing moved.
That ball actually went. So he actually played position there. We're saying that he was trying to do all these other things, but he actually had a clean shot at the 4 ball.
Apparently he did. Right now we are limited to the table view. We don't have a monitor. And so we're sitting right by the side pocket where the 7 ball is in your screen. Looking right at it. And Skylar's not happy with the reaction of that cue ball.
Turn us back on, that's all. They've had it all along. There we go.
So we've been talking to no one?
No.
You guys didn't miss much.
Just the we're the ones that missed a lot.
Yeah.
A good shot there, and if you
Nice billiard. Came off that ball very nicely.
And he's got a shot on
He's
this.
got a very nice shot on it, yep.
Not exactly a hanger, but
You just go back and forth, stay beneath the side pockets. Don't risk going into any of them, either one of them. But you do want to come out a little bit further. There you go. That's
there
enough.
you go.
That's enough. Do you see it kind of body English it off
That's
the
right.
rail?
The only thing to concern yourself here was don't let the side pocket or the 10 ball get you down. Don't let the 10 ball get you down.
He's going to be inside it. He's fine.
Nice shot.
He's good. Now, this is the 3rd round match of the 2017 U.S. Open 10-ball championship.
Ooh.
And
From that angle, it looked like he used all of the pocket,
mhm.
some of the walls. Both cushion faces.
Skylar's first opponent was Kim Laaksonen, and then he defeated him and defeated Hunter Lombardo. Shane, on the other hand, first opponent was Danny Stone, and then he beat Vinny Calabrese. So those are that's their
path to here.
Path to here. 3rd time up.
We've got a good
And they're
match
two
here,
past
4-3.
Mm-hmm.
And Skylar has a break of serve, so he's breaking again.
Could take it.
Trying to stretch out a lead.
Yeah, he's had that.
No lead is safe against the South Dakota kid.
Well, it is alternate break.
All right.
No lead is safe unless you allow him to the table.
That's right.
It's only safe. If it's not safe, how do you say that? I got it all wrong. No lead is safe. You're right.
Keep it just like that.
Keep it just like that. I won't add anything to it.
Skylar Woodward, Paducah, Kentucky, giving it the smash. Lost the ball a little bit.
Is
he
there
gonna come
anything
up
in the
dry
pocket?
again?
No, it is
Dry.
dry like the weather in Arizona, except for this time of year.
It looks like Shane can see the 1 ball in the corner pocket, and the 2-5 is sitting in Combo City.
Yeah, it's in the realm.
It's in the realm of
It's in the realm.
So let's see if he can get past the 1. Almost looks like he's winding up to try to break them out.
Well, he's going to hit this real soft. It's going to be tough. He's going to go up and down maybe, or hit it real soft. Yeah, real soft. Yep, there you go.
Let it go.
And not soft
look
enough.
at this.
Not soft
See,
enough.
this is that bouncy cushion
No,
there.
see, that was knowing that the cushions are bouncy. I think up and down was better.
And you've seen people do that.
Yes, I have.
On the
I have.
stream that they went ahead and gone with the up and down.
With that thin of a cut, up and down is very easy to control.
Yeah.
I mean, he controlled that ball well, except for the speed.
Well, I think he's going to remember that cushion. You have to. You have to. But
Agreed. I thought he was going to reach over and take ball in hand.
take ball in hand.
It looked like when he started reaching, didn't it?
Yeah.
It looked like he was going to pick it up.
Well, he's going to do a jump combination.
I was thinking, these guys get along good, but he's not going to give him ball in hand. He's got the little cue out.
That's right. And similar to
It looks like an
Skylar.
aluminum cue,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
yeah, it does look like
It looks like it's all aluminum. Wait till you see it on the screen. There you go.
He's going to lean into the table and do his version of the sideways shot here. A good angle here. There. Oh, there you go. There's
your
his dart
dart.
method.
Because he's close to the ball.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to do the behind the back jump. Oh, let's do that.
With the bridge jump.
Ah, there we go. Now we get to see it all. That's pretty exciting. It's a dart with the bridge. If he used the dart method, this is the first time I've seen Shane Van Boening ever use the dart method on a break shot. And it's fun, jump shot. It's funny that we just brought it up too, isn't it?
We might not see it. This is an important shot. He's down a game. He wants to win this game.
Dart jump shot with the bridge combination. You got everything going on here, and the 2 ball is going to get away from the cue ball. Let's see what happens. Everybody's holding their breath.
So is he.
I think so. And he's shaking his head.
Well,
that's a
that
foul.
didn't work. We didn't get to see him execute the
No.
dart with the bridge,
and
jump
see what
shot.
happens to the 2.
That's the first time so far this tournament I've seen the dart with the bridge jump shot.
Might be the first time I've seen it in any tournament.
There is actually somewhere, someplace, there's a tool
That's
for
right.
that to jump just like that.
The
Just like
jump bridge.
It's a jump. It's like a little, looks like a little lever that's about maybe 10 inches high.
Well, I'm one of those kind of hoarding gear people, and I've got at least 3 bridges that were designed specifically for jumping.
I'll never forget. What was he?
Wait, you've already forgotten.
He was this a friend of mine was selling a little lever to jump. And he says, "How do you like these? How do you like this jump lever?" I says, "I'll forget it. Play better shape." He wasn't happy with my comment.
Okay, combination, straight at it, more traditional. Guess the news. Guess the
Missed.
news. I guess no matter what, it was going to be tough.
Well, combinations, as we've witnessed, are not gimmies. We've
Saw
seen a couple of
missed
players.
last night that
I
cost
saw a
some
match.
sets.
Yeah, I saw a match lost on a combination, similar to that, and closer to the pocket.
There we go. Back and forth here between some balls.
Right
or
between the 7 and the 9. Just like that, perfectly done.
Perfectly done. Nicely
You know how
executed.
you know how you got that, folks? It's called center English.
We like it. Shane gave a little smirk there and overran just a hair. See, he shake his head here.
It's okay. He's all right. He'll come to the rail and be close to the corner pocket. He's going to draw it.
Right to the rail now.
Yeah, right to the rail and back out for the 4.
One rail out.
Either way.
Nice recovery.
Yeah. He says, I don't want to even chance going close to that corner pocket.
That's right.
Now he'll either go navigate the cue ball between the 8 and the 10 and the 6, or draw the ball to the rail where the 5 is on the side and come back for it.
And keep everything out of play.
He's doing the navigating, folks. He navigated it just to where he's behind the 6.
Wow.
This, I don't think. Oh, it's a little bit of a masse. He might have to put more pace on it than he wants to. But he might be able to slow masse the shot. He would have liked to turn that ball another half inch.
I don't see him.
He's gonna
doing
jump
anything
this?
but- wow. Why wouldn't he just kick at this ball?
That's a good point. No, I didn't think he was going to jump that ball. There's your. He heard you, Freddie.
I had to give him a coaching on that one.
Looks like he might hit the 10 ball on this. He could clip the 10. It's real close. He's going to draw. He wants to clip the 10. Or is he going to go around it?
Feels like he wants to just go around and go all the way up table.
Yeah, he wanted to clip it. Yeah, he was going to clip it.
Needs a bounce. This was a tricky rack, and it looks like he's struggling with the holding his cue ball and not getting behind balls.
Well, it got tricky when he had to kick that ball in. And he kept the cue
Good
ball
shot.
on the string there. Just kept it back and forth.
You stay below this ball, or do you go
No, he's going
above it?
above it. He's going
No,
above it.
staying
Oh, he's going to
below.
stay below it. And go ahead. I thought he was going to draw it over and get above it and then come off that rail. He says, no problem. I know
No
how to follow
problem.
a ball.
He's going to tie this up.
We're going to be tied at 4. And Mr. Van Boening will be breaking the balls to possibly take the lead. Skylar even changes the score for him. That's the first time I've seen that. Have you seen that? Another player change it for somebody?
Yes, Oscar did yesterday.
Well, Oscar is the nicest guy in the pool.
Yes, he is. And Oscar's here with his wife, Desiree. Congratulations to them. She's about a month and a half away.
You mean there's a little Oscar in the oven?
A little Dominguez.
Oh, boy.
Skylar had ball in hand there after that failed bridge jump
Yes, he
shot.
did. Yeah.
And that combination obviously must have laid tricky enough.
Well, that combination was just a hair off angle, close to the rail, so easy to,
Right.
it was just combinations are combinations.
Right. That's exactly. That's about as straight as it gets.
They're just undependable, unreliable.
Yeah. Look at that.
He got kissed, but he got kissed to the right place.
10 ball.
Bottom of the table. He's going to be over the 3? No, he's okay. No real shot for the 2 ball.
Well, I guess you could make it off the 5 if you wanted to shoot it, but I think
Well, the 5's just,
feels like a safety. It's supposed to be the shot.
Where do you play safe?
safe?
Where do you play safe? Where do you play safe?
Don't you know, George, if you just say safe, the ball automatically goes behind something and you automatically get ball in hand. Isn't that the way it goes?
Yeah, if you're a witch doctor, if you're into voodoo.
Well, the good thing is I am, so.
Okay. Well, then we're not playing. Well, if the 8 ball wasn't there, he might be headed towards that 10 ball, but the 8 ball's there, and I don't see him getting by it. You know what I actually like here? I like going off the 2 into the rail and coming over for
across?
the 10. Yeah, coming across for the 10 ball.
Yes, as long as you can clear the 8 ball with that 2 ball.
Oh, it won't. The 2 ball's going to head straight up and down the middle of the table, and stay straight up in the middle of the table. And the cue ball's going to go off the right side rail towards the 10.
Well, let's see.
That's my imagination.
Seems
Let's
like
see
the
if he
cue
can
ball's
make it
too
happen.
straight for that. See, I was thinking that where he pointed.
3 ball combo?
No, that he'd go just roll that cue ball between the 6 and 8. But, looking at it from the monitor now, it doesn't look like it's even possible.
Well,
and he can't make the 4.
Well, it looks
unless
like
he called the ball. He did, do some waving up there. So maybe he called the 4 ball.
Yeah, it could be.
Off.
No, straight down.
Side. After all of that, no magic. No magic and no voodoo.
These guys play percentages. They don't play magic or voodoo or crazy shots like what I described. They play high percentage pool.
They need to play our percentage.
Then they'd be in the booth with us.
Well, that's true.
Because they wouldn't be playing very long.
Well, it's really good safety because really 3 balls in play for one side of this ball if he tried to play safe there. If he goes off left the 2, goes off the 3. If he goes off the right side of the 2 goes off the 3. Good kick behind it.
I'm going to call it 10.
10 ball.
And just thin the deuce and come straight up the rail.
Why not?
Right here, I'm desperate.
Yeah, maybe
I'm
that's
desperate.
Call it.
All of those of you listening out there, now you know how crazy I am.
He's got to remember the 2 and 10. The 10 ball is by a pocket if he's going to put that 2 ball somewhere up there. I try to spin it around, but that's not going to work. Oh, well,
So much for the 10. No more.
no more 10.
He'll back cut the 2 ball in the corner pocket and then play shape on the 3 for the opposite
Float
corner
forward.
pocket. Put a little draw on it.
Cut it back.
Mm-hmm.
Piece of cake. Just jack it up and fire it.
My imagination, his stroke.
Now the 4 sitting on the 10, staring at it to make sure that the 4 can carry him off the 10 and make that 6 ball up there when he gets to it.
Not sure
Might have to force it through.
that it does. He's looking at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, it looks like it might not actually hit the 6 ball.
Mm-hmm. In the right
That'd be
spot.
really unlucky if you couldn't just hit that 4 into the 6. But it's the position play.
Keep in mind, they're tied at 4.
All right. At this point, it's a race to 5 to continue on in the winner's bracket. He's going to go right into them.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, that says
Interesting
that
and well executed.
yeah, that tells you the 4 into the 6 wasn't all that easy.
Oh, no, it wasn't. No. Wasn't on.
Well, float forward here. Cue ball is going to be going to the left as we see, and the 8 ball becomes a big ball. That ball
It's outside the pocket, yeah.
Not only did that ball not go in, he was dead hooked behind the 8 and would have been shooting a jump shot from
Well,
that
he's got
5
that
ball.
little aluminum cue, so
That's
he's
right.
all
So that would have been easy, right?
That
no
would have
matter
been,
what.
yeah.
Kind of expected Shane to make that one.
Shane expected to make that
Yes.
one.
Yes.
There's banners right behind Skylar.
Boy,
He
might hit the 8 ball here, and he did.
There's a
And
magnet behind that ball.
There's no jump shot there.
There's a kick shot.
Kick shot. Skylar's getting a little loose. It's a bear down here.
What else do? You just got behind the 8. Do you get tight?
Yeah. Hitting the rail just before the 5 ball. Coming
Does he do this
spinning
soft?
out.
I think he does it soft. Too far.
Wow.
Oh. They don't get in trouble for picking up the ball while it's still rolling.
Well,
It was headed. It was tracking towards the 9 ball.
right, and that's the problem. You know, we've seen that a couple times now, where in the last match.
Oh, it's not going to hit anything anyway. Oh, that's.
Well, we're actually seeing it on instant replay.
Yeah, on this replay.
It-
Yeah, see, it's tracking towards the 9
tracking
ball.
towards the 9 ball.
And they would have hit the rail and come out possibly if it was
tickled
hard
it.
enough. It didn't look like it was hard enough. So there was no biggie. And no complaint from his opponent.
No.
So
A little bit of an angle here, cut it in.
Oh,
go
he's
across the
liking life.
table, through the center of the table.
if he had ball in hand, that's probably where he'd put it.
Probably that angle. And his first lead.
Mm-hmm. And this man is dangerous when he goes into the lead. The only thing is his opponent will be breaking
That's
because
right.
it's in the alternate break format.
Alternate break.
Well, I was going to say at the beginning of the match that the pace of this match would be pretty quick, but it's about average.
They've been struggling through
yeah,
a
they've
couple
a
of
couple
racks.
of racks. Yeah,
The balls have just sat a bit funny.
they're at 5-4 and they're halfway through, and they're at an hour. The matches were, there's no time limit per se, but we estimated that a match would take 2 hours. He cautioned him about slamming the cue.
A little frustration at that point from Skylar, but he's still smiling about it.
Yeah. John Lehman walks by and says, "Cool your jets." No slamming cues.
It looks like Shane can see this.
Yeah.
This is a full-length stop shot, and you can't draw it back any because he'll be behind the 7. He needs a dead stop, or just slide it over.
Well, mere humans would dead stop
Dead
it.
stop. And he play
Shane
position, the
plays perfect stun and goes forward, and it get perfect.
And this looks like it's going to run a little. Well, was he playing
A
for
little
the side?
perfect?
He must have been.
Yeah.
Must have been playing the
Yes,
side.
he was.
As far forward as that going. 9 ball will love on him a bit. And really, that solves this rack. He just needs to make sure that he executes.
I have a feeling Mr. Van Boening will make sure that he executes. This is the nicest crowd we've had in the last couple for the tournament. If we look around Griff's, there's standing room only. Around the world. Or should I say around the horn?
Around. Just around.
Just around and around and crosses the center of the table. It gets perfect on the 9. Perfect on the 10. You know, when you watch Shane play, you get tired of saying perfect.
And that was
But
perfect.
it's always amazing how it's just the appropriate word. He does so many things. Go ahead. Perfect.
Perfect.
Very well. Skylar's in his chair, kind of just looking around at the crowd, shaking his head, saying, "Okay, what's going on? I got to get these 2 racks back." And we get a good view of Mr. Van Boney's break here. Watch his head and watch his shoulders. Just before he delivers the cue, they'll come up just a little bit. There you go.
Whack.
Or as Robert LeBlanc would say, boom. I've been in the booth with him, and I like that.
Well, he can play safety, or he can play the one off the side. Looks like he's rolling for the safety.
He got the safety. But he's left a little bit of an opening on the side. The closer you get to the 8, the better the safety.
Right. If it gets tucked on the 8, you take away a lot of the one-rail kicks.
You wouldn't have a shot at it.
Well, he's hit it, but this one ball should be in the open.
It is.
It is in
the
the
open
open.
to the side pocket.
He's still got to do a little work. But if he can get on the 2, maybe kiss into the 2, everything should be wide open.
I don't know if he'll kiss into the 2 because he could bump it to the side rail and not have a shot.
Yeah.
Let's see what he does. Let's just see how he handles it. He bumped it.
A little bump and played position
But he
for
bumped it. And there's that word again.
Perfect.
He bumped it very well.
Yeah.
Coming back a little bit. Yeah, coming back a lot a bit.
Well, I think we just watch him run out here.
I'm interested to see if he goes past the 8 with the cue ball on the same side of the pocket or comes out. Yeah, that's what I thought. Either way.
Well, the question is whether or not he draws back for the 7 ball in the same pocket or he floats forward for the 7 ball up table.
Well, watch his English. He'll tell you. He's coming back for the same pocket. Never mind.
Oh, boy.
He's missing.
How does Shane Van Boening miss that? I know he thumped his cue stick after the 4 ball. And he didn't like the angle. And now, that's an amazing miss. Skylar looks like he's probably going to put an extension on. Wow, I'm stunned. That was an amazing miss.
I don't know what to say. I'm still stunned.
Skylar decides
Going
to
back
pound
down.
this up and down the table.
And he bumped it almost right.
Wow.
Hit that pretty hard.
Pretty hard. Well, he's shaking his head.
I believe going up and down, but not up, down, and back.
Up, down, back.
He just took a look at what he has if he leaves it there. I think he's going to come up past this 10 ball, past the side pocket where his hand is. Play the 8 ball on the side. No, he's going to go shove. He missed the ball.
Go in?
Nope.
Ooh.
Missed the shot. I thought he had a cut where he could, yeah, he would have, because he could have cut that ball and come up past the 10 and played the 8 on the side.
Well, you can see again
But
that another match where some of the players are struggling. What do you think it is, George? Because that's 2 shots that were just straight in. There's no cushions involved with those at all. It's 2 shots in a row.
It's called.
Is the pressure?
I didn't want to say it.
What do you
I didn't
think
want to be
it
the
is?
one to say it. Bumpy.
Hello?
Oh, he bumps
Wow.
it perfect so he gets straight in the corner.
Well, looks like he's going to stretch it out to 7-4
3-game lead.
after a really uncharacteristic miss, to say the least.
Now, see, in this alternate break format against this type of an opponent, getting the 3 games back, you can get this one back, but you probably won't get the next one back, and then again, you won't get another one back. And, well, there's.
Take a look what's
He's
happening.
not out of it. This is smart on Shane's part. I like when players clean off the cue ball.
Right. That's fine. He's cleaned the cue ball off even though it wasn't his shot. Maybe
Exactly. No.
Maybe Skylar wanted that cue ball to be as dirty as possible. I don't know.
I doubt it.
I doubt it too. That was,
But you know, and I also like it when if a table, you know, they play on it and it gets a little messy on the sides, they take their own towel and just clean it off, clean the top off. It's a courtesy to themselves and to his opponent. Well, banking the one ball in the opposite corner pocket.
Yeah, and it's fairly safe, I think. Cue ball go down table behind the 2-9-3 to play position for the 2.
I think the cue ball will come right between the 2 and the 9.
Between the 2 and the 9?
He's not. He's on the influence to go lower. He wants to go lower.
Yeah.
Yep, he wants to go lower. I think the natural path, though, is right between the 2 and the 9.
Skylar's an amazing bank pool player.
Oh, yeah. Where's he from?
Paducah, Kentucky, home of
Bank
banking.
pool?
Yeah, you know, if you're from Chicago, Dayton, Ohio, or Paducah, Kentucky,
Oh,
or the Kentucky area, you're just going to be
10 ball.
banking is in your blood.
I thought
Well,
10 ball might get him.
Got a little bit of nudge there. I mean, are you playing? Yeah, it looks like he's going to play the side pocket.
He can play it in the side. He'll probably hit the right side of the 9, hit the 4, and he'll be perfect under 3. Let's see what happens. Hello.
That's about right. Hold it.
Well, I'm not so sure about. Yeah, it's.
He's okay.
It looks like it all works. He killed that ball too good off the side rail. Moving up the table here.
Oh boy, looked like he tried to just shoot through the pressure. Came up about. Wow, that was a good 4 inches short.
I'm watching the replay on the other screen. I thought I saw his head come up, but it didn't. It just didn't.
Meanwhile, Shane is right up against the 5.
It did.
Yes,
He came up just a little bit before he delivered the stroke.
It's no decent shot here, so Shane is going to try to play a safety. Looks like behind the 6 ball, or at least get the 5 ball just down table. He's looking really good.
He got him behind the 10.
Very nicely done.
He was attempting to block him one or the other.
Or both, and he got one.
4.5 inch block. 2 balls next, you know. The width of 2 balls.
Well, it looks like he can spin kick this one. But it doesn't look like he hit it very thickly for a stick.
Thickly or bigly?
Bigly.
Little concerned look. He's putting that spin on it. He's calling it in the side pocket. Actually, it's a good call.
Banking it.
Yeah.
He hit it off. He hit it thickly.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how much of this ball he can actually hit.
From this angle, it appears he cannot hit the ball. From this angle, it looks like he can. Only because the white part of the 10 we don't see as well. Right where the blue and right where the stripe and the white meet on the left side. We don't see that protrusion. I'm using big words. If you're saying thickly and bigly, I'm using big words.
I know it's been, you're trying to figure out how to ever put the word protrusion in color commentary.
I couldn't even say it the first time, okay?
Well, has he called anything?
Two-rail kick. I don't know that he's called anything. But he might two-rail kick this. And
I think so. Two rail kick and have the cue ball crawl behind the 6 ball.
The speed would be too soft for that.
Yeah.
It might not get a rail. Well, the cue ball would get a rail, but
The 5 has to
the,
go all
the
the way
5
down
has
here.
to come all the way down. So he wants to kick it past the 7. He might call the ball on the side off the 7.
Oh, it looks like he's going to just thin the 5.
Okay.
And now he's going to stand up again. Those are the two things he's looked at. 2 rail kick behind and just a barely a thin kick hit on the 5 ball. Interesting position again.
I like the kick, and I would call it in the side. This is kind of crazy, but it could go off the 6 if you kick it towards the side, towards the corner, whichever. You could kick it clean off the 7, could kick it clean into the pocket. Several things could happen. Some of them good. Not too much can happen bad, really, except scratch in the corner pocket. Hit the rail ball and then slide straight over. That's the only thing that can happen bad here.
Look at this. He's called the pocket to the right, upper right, as we view it.
But did he call the 6 or the 5?
Let's see.
He's 3-railing this ball in the corner pocket.
Yeah, this is one pocket shot, right?
Yep, it is a 1 pocket shot, and it's
Wow. Skylar
big smile out of
like crazy.
out of Skylar.
That ball looked awfully good. That's amazing that he would shoot that aggressive at it, that there wasn't much else to do, huh? Wow.
I believe I said this earlier. Us mere mortals would have done everything different but that. But it's not about us mere mortals. It's about these American God poo players playing on this table today.
Well, Skylar gets another game back after really looking at the hero bank 3-railer from Shane, hanging it in the pocket, too. I mean, that had an awful lot of pace to be hanging in that pocket.
I thought it was going to kind of like spin right in and go in.
It had every opportunity.
Yeah,
it
right.
looked good. It was a crowd pleaser.
Well, Shane gets this break to go on the hill. Breaking for the hill. Now, is that 3-railer that he barely missed momentum booster? Let's see.
We'll see.
There's the balls on the break.
Oh.
2 of them. Shot on the 1.
Shot on the 1. No, you can't
No?
see this ball. Well, half a jump over
Quarter
the
ball.
6 ball, half
Yeah.
ball, quarter ball.
Yep.
Or
Whatever it is,
slight
it's just
masse.
not a biggie.
And he's got his
That
jump
came
stick
out
out.
pretty quick, yeah. That came out pretty quick.
He's about 90% to make this.
And
Wow,
a little
he-
bump from the 7.
He was about to be behind the 10 ball, but the 7 came back and just kissed, so he can see full face on the 2.
He's going to bank it to
He had nothing to do but
the lower
bank.
lower pocket, and the 8 ball, the cue ball's going up behind the 8. Right about there is where he wants to hit. 1 diamond from the end rail on the right side of the table.
Shane was calling where his cue ball's going to end up.
Mm-hmm. Well, he didn't even try to make it. He got
And he's
safe.
safe.
He says, I don't want to guess at it. I want to make sure it's safe. Okay. like a 2-rail kick here. Just above the side pocket on the right. Bottom pocket and kick it up by the 4. The old kick and stick, 2-rail kick and stick. Everybody can make this, right? It's there. Executing it is something else. And he's shooting it.
He's shooting it. Did he call it? Yeah, scratch was
Oh, he kicked it, but he didn't stick it. Slid off. A little too far under the ball. Less than an eighth of an inch on that shot.
on. All right. Well, ball in hand here. 3 to the 4, I suppose, if we were to invent something, is just a touch tricky.
Ball in hand to go on the hill with 5, 6 balls left on the table. 7 balls left on the table. I can't count.
The concern here is that the 10 ball doesn't allow the cue ball just to come straight back for the 4 ball in the upper corner.
Then he uses the rail.
Yeah, he may.
Give himself a little angle right there. Just get right there and use the rail and come over.
Yeah, either if he falls just 1 inch lower, he goes straight across. If he goes one inch higher, maybe he just draws straight back for the 4 ball in the other corner.
Well,
Or see where he ends up.
he's going to end up right where he wants to.
Yeah.
Perfect.
He's going to stare at this.
I wonder if he's going to get straight in on this ball to bring the cue ball straight up from the 4 for the 6.
I wouldn't be surprised if he draws this all the way up to the end to the head
Really?
rail. It all depends on this angle. No, he's
He's not going to get straight in, that's for sure.
No. Let's say it looked a little bit straight in from to pound it through. So he's just left with a little tricky shot. I mean, he's favored to make this as a professional and as arguably the best player in the world.
Well,
But I know he wanted to be a little straighter than this.
Fargo rate's going to not rate him as the best player in the world.
Right. Well, that's why I say arguably. You know, he doesn't get a chance to play a lot of those events in China that build some history.
But I mean, some of those players in China have a Fargo rate 20 points higher than his.
Well, we've got Cha Ching Wu. I think is
842, something like
he up
that?
at 840?
I think so. I'm not sure.
I
remember
it always seemed like he was just a few percentages. We've got the best angle on this. Shane is dead straight on this ball. And as you can see, he just decided to slow roll this in and take the 9-foot shot. 8 feet to the ball, another foot, a little bit to the corner pocket. The guard against the side pocket on this shot. If you just roll it.
834.
If you spike it, you tend to come up the short side of the 8 ball. So.
And there's only one player with a higher Fargo than Shane.
Wu. Yeah, Cha Ching Wu. Other guys in the same range are Kopin Yi, Junling.
Jason Shaw, Dennis Okoye. He's climbed up pretty high.
Meanwhile,
Ko Ping Ying is 810.
Shane
Cheng Jung Lin,
missed
809. Carlo Beato at 807.
Shane missed that long 8-foot shot and really got bad position.
And that's good for Skylar.
And Skylar's climbing back in this after a couple of.
This could easily be tied at 7. Shane broke these, right?
I believe
it's 12. Yes, he did.
He did break them.
We could be tied by the time Shane steps back to the table. And Skylar says, I'm taking my glove off, guys. He's going to the restroom.
Taking a break.
Taking 10.
Let the cue be your brush. The table, your canvas. Your game, a work of art. Icon. Make your next victory a masterpiece. Let the cue be your brush. The table, your canvas. Your game, a work of art. Icon. Make your next victory a masterpiece.
And we're off and running. Players are back in the arena. Your gladiators are back in the arena.
Gladiators are right. You know, Skylar just came back from his win in New York City, so he's got a little jet lag going on.
Does he? He was walking around last night, late at night.
Yeah.
I took a walk down to the Rio, and I was inside where the convention center where they're setting up for the Nationals, and he was walking with a couple other one other player. They were just walking around.
Skylar hasn't particularly broken the balls well. There's a good break.
Ball on the break. Ball on the break.
That's when he needed a break.
Two will work. He's got a shot on this one ball.
On the one ball. It's a tough one, but
all you have to do is make it. You're going to
right.
have position on the deuce.
Two ball is sitting up there in the upper right. As you see the monitor.
There's a nice angle for those of you at home joining us. And there's a better angle of it not going in.
Well, Skylar dropped his stick again, a little bit frustrated. He's trying to shoot through this, but clearly struggling a little bit.
I don't know how a shot like that would frustrate. If you're logical about your game, how that would frustrate you. That's a hard shot.
It is a hard shot.
I don't care if you're a pro, if you're the best in the world. It's a hard shot.
But I think he expected to make it. He shot it with the speed that he's supposed to make it.
Yeah, it was just pretty much make the shot, and the rest of the rack is yours. And let's see if that holds true, because Shane made the shot, and here's the rest of the rack.
And the 3 to the 4 looks like it leads pretty well.
He doesn't like it. He shook his head at it.
I wonder if that's because you just can't get
Too
the
straight.
ball off the
Yeah, he can't get
rail.
the ball off the rail. Too straight.
But where else was he going to be? The 5 ball does not pass the 6 in the side pocket.
This will be this. He'll shoot this the same way he shot the 3 ball. Or will he go to the rail and come back?
I think he goes to the rail and comes back. In fact,
And you
it's
called
so
it.
hard that the 5 ball goes to the other side because the 5 didn't pass the 7. But so I was wondering if he was going to play the combination of the 5-7, but that would have been.
I was thinking he would. The reason I thought he would shoot it real soft is to stay there for the 5 in the corner. And no, this is as you can see, first and foremost, he chose to shoot that shot. And after looking at that shot, you can also tell that was the better way to shoot it.
He's got the choice of drawing it back to play the 7 ball in the corner or just floating it. He's just going to go ahead
And you
and
took the
whack
third
it.
choice.
The third choice going around. You'd think he was only a 1.5 feet away from the 7 ball to begin with, and he traveled the ball, 15 feet to get better position.
Says, thank you very much for your options, but I'll choose mine.
Choose number 3.
What's behind number 1 and number 2? Never mind. Nicely done. And it gets him on the hill once he pockets his ball. A couple months back, I saw Alex Pagulayan miss this shot. We're not going to get to see Shane Van Boening miss that shot. I forgot what stream it was and what tournament it was, but Shane on the hill and breaking. Skylar in the chair and waiting. Those are your choices in pool.
The chair or the table.
The chair or the table.
And sometimes it's not your choice.
No. Your choice would be breaking.
Right.
And being on the hill. Shane's thinking one good break and I can get out. Skylar's thinking one dry break and I can get out. Here you have a world pool master, Hill.
Yeah.
I remember I was just told when Alex missed that ball just like that 10 ball that Shane just shot. That was the world pool master on a Hill match.
Wow. Hill, that was the case ball?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. I remember it was murder. But
Well.
and I don't forget stuff like even especially if I do it. I can still think of a shot I missed in probably 1987.
1993, Dave Clark. 8 ball. I was up 3-0. Ended up losing 4-3.
See what I mean? And
But I'm not bitter.
I can guarantee you, Alex can remember that. Will remember that shot. You want to ask him? I'd run if I did.
No, I'd rather
He'd hit
not.
you with his cue stick.
Looks like he's aiming up. Is he
He's
banking
banking
this
this ball.
ball?
Yep.
Well, that's
Yep.
awfully
Yep.
Nice
And
shot
he doesn't
there.
want to let Shane back, Skylar back to the table. Shane just doesn't want to let it back
Sure.
in.
The 3 to the 4 is the key to this rack. They're on opposite sides, and there's a 7 ball that's in big play once he gets past the 2 ball.
Yeah, the 3 of the 4. As long as he doesn't get straight in on the 3, he's got a way to get to the 4. Oh, but he's got to get by the 2 first.
There's another miss by Shane that's completely uncharacteristic.
And
There's a struggle going out there with both these guys, and Skylar's got the grin going because he doesn't have a shot.
No. He does have a shot. If he chooses. He can bank it to either the side or the corner and play position, or find a way to play safe. He's banking it to the corner. Derby Classic City came in second in the banks. And it wasn't with that shot.
Well, he had to play position to get to that 3 ball. So
Mm-hmm.
hold one, hold the other.
Well, bank pool champions don't like to bank at that pace. They like to hit that a little harder.
Warp it up.
Yep, they warp it up. And Shane, will he bank this to the corner or will he play? He's
Well, looks like he's playing safe off the
off
side
the
of the 2.
behind the 3.
Behind
Yeah,
3.
yeah. Let's see what he does here with this.
No, he's going to go all the way
No,
around
he's going
the
to come
table.
all the way down here and put him against the back rail.
And if he doesn't get to the back rail,
Yeah, there's distance. He'd like to put him against the rail because here he can try to do something to maybe hold behind the 9.
yeah. Dig at this ball.
Dig at this
slide.
ball. Or do you hit the left side of it very, very thin, avoid the 3 and go
Come
2
back
rails
to the
behind
same-
the 10 and leave the
same.
same shot going up? We're correct.
Hit a lot of that ball.
And it worked.
Wow.
Shane has a kick shot at it.
Skylar smiling.
I didn't do so bad. He might try to kick this in. I don't know. That's you know, he's got choices. He's got options, and good ones too. He could try to kick it in the side, try to kick it in the corner. He plays a lot of one pocket. This is a kick shot to the corner. Kicks it to the corner. He's going to have shape on the 3. Kicks it to the side. Might have shape on the 3. Might run up and come back over.
Well, right there, he's looking at the kick to the side.
Right there, he's looking at the kick to the corner.
Now you're right. See, now he's
Yeah.
moved his finger. A bit.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
He's aiming up the
Yep.
1 rail
Now-
kick across. This
now
is-
he's looking
this
over.
Is the
There he
equal
goes.
distance type of.
Yep.
Yeah. Kicking across to the side.
You know, watching him kick to the side pocket, you know what I'm going to say here? This is just a feeling. Look out, 9 ball. The natural path of that ball, it seems to me that it'll go up to the head rail and slide over for position on the 3,
All right.
and the 9 ball is in the path.
Is in the path.
And I'm not predicting it. I just kind of, to me, it looks like looks like where it's going to go. It really does.
Okay, here we go.
We're going to find out where it goes, how it goes, if it goes in.
Yeah. Feels like he's going to be banking this 3 no matter what. If he gets anywhere, it goes the 9.
It was going right at the 9.
Yeah.
That's where the cue ball is going to be. Will it be behind the 9 or will he go for the bank?
Well, Skylar might be thinking he's been standing under these lights way too long, and it's time to shoot.
Yeah.
You know, instead of
This-
trying to duck back and forth.
This
by the 9.
is, especially for a bank pool player, this is a high percentage bank
Right.
and 2 rails for the cue ball for position on the 3.
And
went
just
long.
He's going to die on the end rail.
He's
But
gonna
the cue ball is
scratch.
going to come back to it, and he's scratching. Oh boy!
Ouch. Because with ball in hand and 6 balls left on the table with a spread like this, I'm going to have to bet on Shane to get out. And I'm going to I would consider it a safe bet.
Well, that looks pretty good there. Good angle. The 7 ball no longer is in the same spot as it was before. And therefore, it's no longer in play. Side pocket is in
No,
play.
yes, no.
The side
Oh,
pocket.
he might be corner hooked.
Wow.
He might be corner hooked. Nice camera work, Tim. Thank you.
Did he just do that? Boy, they are struggling.
That's not struggling. That's just ouch. I think he goes Well, the 9 ball's in the way. I was going to say, I think he goes to the outside of the 4 and comes 2 rails behind the 7. No, he's going to go behind the 9.
Behind the 9, does he get there?
No, doesn't get there. Well, we just saw him bank at this last ball before, so he's going to bank at this one too. I guarantee you he likes this bank shot better than he does the last one.
That's right. This one sits a little bit better. He's got to guard against banking it too short because you can't double bank.
He's got to guard against scratching in the corner.
That face says it all.
Yeah. Warren Kiamko right behind Skylar. And there's John Lehman on the other side.
And Oscar.
Oscar Dominguez. Josh Roberts. Who else is walking back? Who's else walking around back there, guys? Hello.
And he thunders it in. He's got to come off the cushion.
I like that smack when he hits the pocket.
Right.
Did you hear it? We heard it all the way up here. This match is not over.
No.
That's the good thing.
Tough position for the 9. It's going to make this go back and forth. 1, 2, back and forth. Perfect. And an angle to come back down table so he doesn't have to force anything.
And a little break and run by the Paducah kid, and guess what?
Wow.
We're at Hill.
And that's it. He hung the ball, and he's conceded. Shane Van Boening.
Ouch.
Getting through.
I thought he was out, folks. Next match will be at 5 o'clock. So we got 8 more minutes to the next match.
Tell me when. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are with the winner of the match, Shane Van Boening over Skylar Woodward. Shane, give me your thoughts about the match.
I don't know. I think we both played pretty bad, and we just can't figure out the cue ball. So I don't.
What do you think was the key for your win, though?
I gotta work on my break a little bit, and I gotta work on this cue ball. I don't know, something with the humidity and the temperature outside is just making it more difficult.
Well, as a professional player, I know you're going to make the best of it. How about a shout out to your sponsors?
Yeah, thank you for everybody's sponsors and support all the fans out there watching. So,
Shane Van Boening, continuing on in the winner's bracket. Thank you, everybody. 2017 U.S. Open 10-ball championship.